In a drastic departure from ancient history, I'm fast forwarding to the 20th century and looking at a part of history that is still in living memory. An odd feature of Newhaven is this memorial stone commemorating the 1913 visit of Ho Chi Minh to our shores. It's thought that he made these visits around the time of the First World War, when he was working as a pastry chef and aboard the Newhaven Dieppe ferries. During the 1930s and 1940s, a large push was made by the British government to secure Britain's shores from a potential invasion by Germany. As part of its defensive measures, countless coastal forts were updated and additional gun emplacements built to defend Britain's coasts at strategic points like the port here at Newhaven in Sussex. The War Department's objective in the early 1940s was the rapid construction of field fortifications in order to transform the United Kingdom into a prepared battlefield, giving Britain a fighting chance of repelling any invasion. Although little remains of Britain's anti-invasion preparations, shadows of that time can still be seen today. These large gun emplacements would have once housed an extensive battery of ordnance and provisions, with ever-vigilant soldiers waiting for enemy ships on the horizon. And these large bunkers, which have largely been reclaimed by nature, would have been part of the interconnecting networks of command and coordination across the coast. Many of the World War II batteries dotted along the coast housed two 4.7 or 6-inch guns fixed to a separate gun floor built from concrete with a semicircular apron facing the sea. Additionally, there would have been armed troops and a number of light machine guns, or Bren guns, which would have been mounted to a concrete base and used as anti-aircraft guns. Largely playing into hauntological themes, I find sites like this both fascinating and spooky, where you half expect to turn a corner and be confronted by a ghost from the past. And perhaps it's because these structures were built in uncertain times, with the ever-present spectre of invasion looming on the horizon, that I feel an uneasiness among this derelict concrete. Or could this be more of a projection of our modern times upon the past? Thankfully, the effectiveness of these installations was never really put to the test. But in his diaries, Field Marshal Alan Brooke, a senior officer in the British Army during World War II, stated, "I considered the invasion a very real and probable threat, and one for which the land forces at my disposal fell far short of what I felt was required to provide any degree of real confidence in our power to defend these shores. It should not be construed that I considered our position a helpless one in the case of an invasion. Far from it. We should certainly have a desperate struggle, and the future might well have hung in the balance. But I certainly felt that given a fair share of the fortunes of war, we should certainly succeed in finally defending these shores." So, the question of whether the defences would have worked remains open, but demonstrates how fear and anxiety can move humanity to build not just wonderful cathedrals, but ugly, angular, concrete structures like these. A mirror, perhaps, reflecting the times and sentiments in which they were built. Please like and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.